The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. Maybe I need to change up my routine and start the day by letting Betty the cat give me the weather report. And I'm not just talking about the weather, but I'm talking about the overall energy that's happening out there in the world. Her and I have kind of established this morning routine. She starts to gently nudge me in the morning when she is ready to go outside and spend some time doing whatever it is that cats do outside. Depending on the time, I will either get up and let her out or just make her wait a little bit longer. Sometimes is more in the middle of the night. But this morning, we got up, we headed downstairs. She immediately went to the door. And I opened one door, which leads to a porch, and then she was standing at the door, waiting for me to open it. She never just rushes out like the dog does. Like the dog just rushes out and isn't even concerned with what is happening outside. He just is oblivious to anything and everything. Betty the cat is different. I open the door. She slowly sticks her head out the door. She points her nose up into the air and she starts to smell the air. And typically what she will do is start to proceed out the door slowly, cautiously, looking for anything that she didn't pick up on. Like she doesn't just go bolting out the door like Frankie the dog does. But this morning, after she smelled the air, she immediately turned back around and headed back to the door to go back inside. Like there wasn't this, let me wait and see what's out there. It was like, no, this isn't happening today. And she sensed something, either she smelled something or she sensed something in the air that was a reason for her to pause. I have never seen her react like that. Like there's been days where she slowly does her creep outside and she sits right outside of the door. She doesn't move. And sometimes I'll go back and check on her in a few minutes. And if she's still sitting there and she wants back in, I let her back in. But today there was general alarm, concern. Something outside was not as it should be. And she wasn't even about to go explore and figure it out. She was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'll do this another day. And me, I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. It's just this cute little thing that my cat's doing. Like, I didn't even think about it because her concerns aren't necessarily my concerns. We have different concerns with what is out there. But there wasn't any moment this morning where I thought I had any reason to be concerned or there was anything happening that was an issue for me. Going forward, when I witness a strong reaction like that from Betty, I think I'm going to react and respond a little bit differently. Because today has just been off. And I don't have a better word to really describe it. The weather is off. It's not bad. It's not good. It's gray here. It isn't raining. It really isn't cold. It feels like it can rain. The wind is blowing in this really strong way, and it just feels ominous was the word that I used earlier. It just feels ominous. I started my day as normal, but when I went for a walk, I randomly ran into somebody that I haven't seen in years. We chatted for several minutes, and it was fine. But have you ever had one of those days where you lose your momentum so quickly that you don't know really what happened or why? And it felt like once my schedule got shifted, I was never really able to recover. Like there's energy in the air, and I can't put a word to describe it. I can't pinpoint this moment where everything started to go off. But that's exactly what it did. And I know there was an eclipse today, and it was on some other side of the world. I mean, it was happening here at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was actually up sending an email, and I noted that it was the moment of the eclipse. And that was probably the highlight of the day. Like the most productive moment of the day was me at 6:11 in the morning, which is crazy. There's a part of me that just absolutely loves that I have a cat. And I've had a dog for years, and it's been, I don't know, a really long time since I had my indoor cat. There's just a difference between how a cat and a dog behave. Betty is so reactive and responsive. Her intuition is on a whole other level. The way that she notices things that are happening outside, her caution indicators immediately rise up. And I love that. I love seeing her just be intuitive. It's actually one of those qualities that so many of us really need to embrace. These feelings that we get, these sensations that we get, these changes in the atmosphere and the energy, and stop doubting what we feel in those moments. It doesn't matter if we felt one thing and then the energy shifts. It's okay for us to shift and change just as quickly as the energy does. Like we can agree to things and then a moment later have a feeling like, no, actually, I don't feel okay with this. I do feel like I need to pivot. And trust those feelings that we get. We don't, because society tells us that we have to follow through with our commitments, that you said yes under conditions, and even though they've changed and even though you don't feel committed anymore, you still have to go through and follow through, and you have to have integrity. And that's just the opposite of our intuition. The weather does change. Conditions do change. Energy changes. So many things can influence what is happening in the world and in our world and in your world. And having Betty around has reminded me that these sensations that I pick up on are very real. It's very natural. I don't have to explain it. Like, she wasn't sitting there at the door going, well, let me see what the danger is and let me assess what the danger is. She was like, I'm out of here. I don't care what the danger is. I'm not going out there. I love seeing that and witnessing that because, especially for women, we get so much pushback and have gotten so much pushback over our lives for doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing, that we know doesn't feel right, but we're supposed to be the good little girl, and we're supposed to be kind and obedient and agreeable and smile. Smile all the way through it. And today was a reminder that maybe Betty the cat needs to provide a daily weather report, and that maybe I actually need to just take more notice and recognize that the weather isn't the best condition for everything today. And I don't have to explain. I don't have to understand. I don't have to figure out why it's not a good day. And just accept that it's not a good day and say, I'm out of here. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.